Let me push back. Okay,
Go
I'll challenge myself. So I'll go with the affirmative. Ricky Pearsall. You'll say that Ricky Pearsall is a bust. Okay,
right now he is.
I'll go with the I'll go with the affirmative that Ricky Pearsall is not a bust. Okay, he's not a bust. He's unavailable, and those are two different things. All right. So we got career 20 games. I've been crunching the numbers. We got 20 years. You got 20 games in the career. All right. That's 67 catches, just under 1,000 yards at 928 with 3 TDs. In 2025, he had 36 catches on 53 targets. That's a 67.9 catch percentage rate. Okay. That goes up in 2025. He was averaging 58.7 yards per game. So that's better than Deebo Samuel right now. What he did with the Commanders last season. Also, he was on a 1,000-yard pace last season if he stays healthy. All right, so that's wide receiver 2 production, if we're being fair. So a bust is Aaron Ross. All right. A bust is a guy getting benched. Not Aaron Ross, but Trey Lance. All right.
Okay.
A bust is a guy getting benched for performance. All right. Pearsall's problem is that he's never finished the season, and that reason isn't because of his skill. All right. Can we agree on that?
I mean, it would be kind of like saying, who's that Tennessee quarterback that's, Will Levis. Will Levis has had a couple good games.
Mm-hmm.
Is he a bust? Yeah, he is, because he's no longer the starting quarterback. He's had injuries. He's not the guy. But at times he looks pretty good. I mean, and just because you're a bust doesn't mean that you have no redeeming qualities or you never did anything.
I would say
good.
he's availability risk. I wouldn't say that he's a bust.
Okay.
Right? Trey Lance couldn't play. That's a bust.
Yeah.
Right? And that matters because one of those is fixable and the other isn't. If he's a bust, then he's not good. Right? I don't think Ricky Pearsall is not good. Like, let's talk about him as a football player. Is Ricky Pearsall healthy? What do you think of him as a player?
When he's healthy, he's got good hands and he's pretty quick, and he seems like he can run some good routes, and he can cook some DBs.
Yeah. I'd say that surgery is the good news, right?
He's not a total and utter zero. It's not like, oh my God, he can't play. But can't play, don't play. Do I really differentiate? Does it really matter? Does it really matter? Does it really matter? It's like, hey, you know what? I'm having a party. You know what? I can't go because I'm pissed at you. Oh, okay. I can't go. I love you. I can't go. I got a friend who's getting married that same day. Either way, you're not there. You're not there. You're not at the party. Whether you're not at the party because you're mad at me, or if you're not at the party because you have a prior engagement, you're not at the party. That's really it. It's like, it doesn't, I don't want to say it doesn't matter, but it kind of doesn't matter. It's like, it doesn't really matter. It's like all reasons. It's like reasons that like, give you an example. Dude, I'm convinced. I've watched a lot of college football. I'm convinced that Jacob Cowing can play, but he hasn't played. And he hasn't been out there. And even though I know he can play, and even though the Niners know he can play, that's why he's still around 3 years later. There's guys in that organization that think he can really play, but he hasn't played. So it's like, is he a bust? Well, he is until he isn't. And that's kind of how I see it. But I know what you're saying. There's levels of all this stuff. And maybe it's too harsh to say he's a bust. But he's a bust as far as trying to help you win the Super Bowl this year, isn't he? Hey, Krug Show listeners, PrizePicks is a brand new offer. PrizePicks is America's #1 sports picks app, and it's incredibly easy to use. Just choose more or less on a few player stats, lock in your lineup, and you're ready to go. Rather pick teams? You can do that now. Pick the winner, the spread, or the total of your favorite games and fights. Here's a brand new offer. New users who play their first $5 lineup will get $150 in bonus lineups if that first lineup wins. Just download PrizePicks and use code HMA when you sign up. That's code HMA to receive $150 in bonus lineups if your first lineup of $5 or more wins. PrizePicks is available in most states, including California, Texas, and Florida. Lock in that first lineup and go get the win. PrizePicks, code HMA. Download the app now. All right, so this week we're going to go 3-pick power play. I'm going to go Puka Nacua less than 8 receiving touchdowns, Ashton Genty more than 974.5 rush yards, and Dak Prescott more than 4,024.5 pass yards. If all three win, my $5 wager goes into or turns into $30. Thank you to PrizePicks for being a proud sponsor of the Krug Show.
Well, I mean, yeah, okay. Yes, in a vacuum, yes.
Yeah. So, I mean, it doesn't really matter because it's not, I'm not the one, it's not about, it wasn't like a total incorrect evaluation like the Trey Lance one or even the Drake Jackson one, where it's like,
this would be the first clean offense. This would be the first clean offseason that he's had in his career. Once he gets this surgery, Ricky Pearsall.
When you say clean, what do you mean?
No injuries, not fighting off of anything, not rehabbing, not trying to make the PCL get better and wait for it to heal on its own. We're not going to see him training in a brace. This will be the first time in his career since he's been here that he'll get a clean offseason. All right. In 2024, he was covering from a gunshot wound. 25 in spring, he had the hamstring. He missed OTAs and minicamp. In 2026, we just saw the knee brace start, and then had PUP, and then he's missed with IR. He hasn't had a clean career, quite honestly.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, he hasn't. For 18 months, they were managing a structurally compromised ligament instead of repairing it. That's the truth. Those are the facts. So he was going through that for 18 months. You got to now we can sit here in the context and get on Ricky Pearsall, and I am the last person that wants to defend this guy. But at the same time, we can have all of the credence and we can have all of the leeway in the world for guys like Dominic Pooney, who were horrible at one point, but it was just like, yo, he's dealing with the knee injury. He's fighting through it. He has to get better. So,
but he played
I don't know.
He played with
True.
it. He played with
True.
it.
But he didn't have to run routes either.
This is the comparison. I mean, it's not like these things, there's always a historical comparison, right? And there is in this situation too. And I just had him on KMBR on Friday. Jesse Sapolu. Jesse Sapolu was a 11th round draft choice. That's how long ago he was drafted. 83 draft. He was drafted in the 11th round. And he had a pretty good rookie year. In fact, he started 3 games for the 49ers as a rookie. So he had a really good rookie year because they didn't really start that many rookies on the offensive line. But then he had a foot problem. And then he had a foot problem again. And he missed a couple of years. He was down a couple of years as 11th round pick. And he went to Walsh, and he told me this week, he's like, I went to Walsh, and I'm like, are you going to quit on me? Or are you going to give me time to get healthy? And I guess Walsh said, hey, we're going to give you time to get healthy. And he got healthy, and he won 4 Super Bowl rings. 4 Super Bowl rings. He wasn't there in 81, but he won in 84, 88, 89, and 94. He won 4 Super Bowl rings. He became a 2-time Pro Bowl player. He played center and guard on championship teams. He was a key cog on a really good offensive line that won a lot of games. So I guess the question is this. Is Ricky Pearsall Jesse Sapolu in 2026, where he's already proven he's good, but he's just got to get right physically. And when he does, he's going to have a really, really good career like Jesse Sapolu did? Or is this guy injury prone and his future is going to be more of the same? What is it? Which one is it? Because right now we don't have the answer. We don't have the crystal ball. We're just guessing. My guess is that the game is a little too physical at this level for Ricky. That would be my guess. I like him, but if I had to evaluate it with everything everything I've seen, everything I've read, everything I've, based on everything I can glean about the situation, what side am I on? Am I on, is he Jesse Sapolu and he's going to be back and make the Pro Bowl and win championships? Or is there a reason for his, injuries, and there's going to be more injuries in the future? If I had to wager everything on one or the other, I'm going to say that the game at this level is super physical, and it might be a little too physical.